All right, all right. Hello, everyone. Let me confirm my audio first. Please let me confirm my audio. Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's been long anticipated, it's been long awaited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I wish I can share my excitement with everyone on this call right now. We have persons joining us on Google Meet. We also have other persons joining us on YouTube. We have persons joining us on YouTube. Uh, okay, all right. So I think we are live on YouTube. We are live on Google Meet. All right. So amazing, amazing, amazing. Before we even kick off anything at all, I want to meet us. Whether you are joining on YouTube, whether you are joining on Google Meet, please introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, where you are joining from. Tell us who you are, where you are joining from. Let us meet you. Let me meet you. Let me meet you. Just introduce yourself, who you are, where you are joining us from, whatever country you are joining us from. If it's from Nigeria, if it's from Ghana, if it's from Tanzania, if it's from Uganda, let us know where you are joining from. You could just add in the chat session. Also, for those on YouTube as well, just introduce yourself. Tell us where you are joining us from. We'll be kicking off shortly. We'll be kicking off shortly. We'll be kicking off shortly. But let me meet you first. Let me meet you. I have a lot packaged tonight. I mean, there's a lot of value. I don't even know. I don't know if I can cover everything tonight. I mean, I was staring at my notes just before this class, and I was looking at it. I have a lot. I have a lot. I have a lot. But just to confirm that there is going to be conversations amongst us, because I won't want to. I won't want to be speaking and I'm not receptive or I'm not being heard. So let's just know who you are. Just tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Okay, I can see Funke on YouTube. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Funke. You could also tell us where you are joining us from. Guys, please let's not be quiet. Let's not be quiet. I don't like the vibe I'm getting from. Okay, amazing, amazing. Peter from Tanzania. Nice to meet you, Peter from Tanzania. As you're joining in, just introduce yourself. Tell us your name, where you are joining us from. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from. Let me meet you. Let me meet you. I mean, I know that amazing people are joining this webinar. So let me meet you. Introduce yourself. Yep, you're welcome, Peter. You're welcome. You're welcome. For those of us on Google Meet, please introduce yourself. Let me meet you. Let me meet you. Amazing. I can see Deborah from Nigeria. Nice to meet you, Deborah from Nigeria. David Talented. Nice. Amazing. Amazing. I'm so excited. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the AI for Marketing Masterclass. AI for Marketing Masterclass. I mean, are there only three people in this webinar? I would have expected more hands or expected more persons dropping. Okay, Ibidokun Victor Ayobami, Mr. Victor Ayobami. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. Nice to have you, Mr. Ayobami. Nice to have you. Just introduce yourself. As you're joining in, introduce yourself. Tell us your name and where you are joining from. I want to meet you. I can see someone from Lagos. Okay, I feel that means Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. All right, amazing, amazing. We'll be kicking off shortly. Okay, good evening. This is Rachel. Rachel from Uganda. Nice to meet you, Rachel from Uganda. I mean, I recently I started taking an interest in Uganda. Learn a bit of. I'm trying to learn a bit of the language. By the way, anyways, I'll introduce myself. I'll introduce myself. So Akinola Olujobi from Ogun State. Good evening. Good evening to you, boss. Good evening, boss. I'm excited. I'm excited. Uh, let's just take a few more introductions. Let's take a few more introductions before we kick off. I think we have more persons trying to join in. If the admin could assist with admitting the persons joining. All right, I'm still expecting a larger house because there's so much value we are going to be passing today. There's so much value we are going to be passing today. All right, I also salute the YouTube family. It's so excited. It's so exciting. I'm so excited, and it's so exciting to have you guys again for this month's webinar. Oh, okay, I see a chat here. Martha from Nigeria. Amazing. Nice to meet you, Martha. I mean, I have wonderful people from Nigeria, from Uganda, from Tanzania. I thought there would be a lot more persons maybe from Ghana. Maybe I may be wrong, Sha, but I was expecting to see a lot more persons from Ghana. But in any case, I think that's good. Okay. Good evening, David from Abuja, Nigeria. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, David. Love from Nigeria. Love. Amazing. Nice to meet you, love. All right. So, like I said, I have a lot packaged, and there's a lot of value I have in stock for us in this webinar. In fact, if I were you, I would bring out my pens and jotters, or take out my notepads, and I will try and scribble as much as I can. I'll be introducing myself shortly. Okay, Brian from Kenya. Nice to meet you, Brian from Kenya. I think you're our first joiner from Kenya. I still expect a lot more persons for this webinar. I'm seeing 12 persons, and there's about 22 persons on YouTube. But in any case, let us kick off. Let us kick off tonight's session. All right. So you guys have introduced yourselves, amazing people from Nigeria, from Kenya, from Tanzania, from Uganda. Nice to meet you. As you all are aware, my name is Temitope Ajayi. I'm your host for tonight's webinar. I'm your host for tonight's webinar. All right, so you see, as a bit of introduction, I think I should talk a bit about myself and the purpose of why we are having this webinar tonight. You see, about 2 years plus ago, I lost my job to artificial intelligence. And this was a painful phase in my life and in my career. I lost my job to artificial intelligence. I believe that was the advent of ChatGPT, when we first started ChatGPT. And there was the rave of ChatGPT, everyone was talking about ChatGPT, how that ChatGPT can do stuff for them. And I had a couple of my team members who had started to use ChatGPT back then. And you would be amazed how much their performance had skyrocketed. Their performance had gone up so up. And I was one of those persons that usually felt that nah, it's not for me. I mean, I spent years in school. No, don't give me that. I will tell you, don't give me that. Don't give me that. No, I spent years in school. I spent all of those time in school learning, building myself. I see. Oh, amazing. All right, so I will tell myself I spent a lot of years in school learning, doing a lot of stuff, and I mean, you can't just tell me that a tool will come and replace me. And I was in for a shocker. A couple of months after, we started to see that my performance at work started to drop, and this was where the problem started. It was the beginning of my problems. As my performance started to drop, I started to realize that, okay, before I continue, if there are more persons joining us, please, as you're joining in, introduce yourself, tell us where you're joining from, and your name and where you're joining from. I think that would be super, super, super useful. All right. So back to my story. My problem started from when I failed to realize that it was important I adopted artificial intelligence early on in my career. And you see, my performance started to go down little by little. And of course, organizations, they tend to measure your performance. Your performance affects lots of things, of course, in wherever you're working. Those of us that are core 9 to 5ers would really understand it. Those business persons won't understand. If you're a 9 to 5er here, can you type it in? I'm a 9 to 5. I just type 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. But if you're a business person, type business, 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 business. All right, let's have some conversation. If you're a 9 to 5er, type 9 to 5. And if you're a business person, type business, business. I expect more business persons though. But if you're a 9 to 5er, let's prove the business person is wrong. Amazing. Victor is a 9 to 5er. Right, any other 9 to 5ers? I just need two more comments, and then I continue. Two more comments. 9 to 5, amazing. One more comment. I hope this next comment will be a business person. A business person, I hope you comment next. Any other comments? One more comment, and then I kick off. I have two 9 to 5s. 9 to 5. If you're a 9 to 5er, just comment 9 to 5. If you're a business person, comment business. If you're a 9 to 5er, Amazing. Martha is a business person. Beautiful. All right. So back in the when I was still in my 9 to 5, I then started to realize that my performance started to drop, and it was not far fetched to the fact that I was not adopting artificial intelligence early enough as my other team members did. And little by little, my performance started to spiral. Before I knew it, I started having some conversations with senior management, and after a couple of months, I was out of job, and this was a rude awakening for me. It was a rude awakening for me, and then it led me to realize that there's a lot more when it comes to artificial intelligence. And for the past 2 years plus, it has led me to it has led me to heinously studying about artificial intelligence, studying about what artificial intelligence can do, artificial intelligence for career persons, artificial intelligence for business persons, how artificial intelligence is constantly affecting our culture, the way we do things, the way we adjust, the way we behave as people. And you see, there has been many raves about artificial intelligence. I don't know about you, but there's been many raves about artificial intelligence, how it's gradually taking over jobs. And eventually that led us to this webinar tonight and led us to the founding of TAA. TAA is an AI adoption and awareness first startup. Our focus is to our focus is to spread, I won't say spread the gospel, our focus is to talk about artificial intelligence and inform persons ahead so that we are properly prepared and we are properly equipped for the age of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is gradually coming to the core of the way many persons do business, and before you know it, we'll start to see several areas, several sectors as well as artificial intelligence, including business owners. Business owners. And this is where my emphasis for tonight starts. Business owners, particularly for business owners. Now, you would realize that a couple of years ago, there was the advent of social media. We had social media, and then social media brought about a new wave. We started seeing people doing businesses differently. Before the age of social media, how do people run marketing? How do people do marketing? People do marketing by maybe posting views or running jingles on radio stations, TV stations. They do all those sort of things, right? They do different kinds of things. They do newspaper publications. Those guys were the rave then. Those guys were the real money makers for marketing. Those guys were the real money makers for marketing. But eventually, when the age of social media came, we started to see a huge shift from, I believe, around the year 2009 to 2015. There was a huge shift in the world, in the global population, such that people now move from being present physically to being present online. And here we have social media. Social media now brought about the new way of doing marketing. Now, for those persons that fail to adopt social media, then I've started the teaching. I've started the teaching tonight. So if you have a barrel of paper, you can just put the thing or two together. So for those that failed to adopt social media back then, they started to come to a rude awakening that social media has taken over the way they do marketing. You start to see people more interested in what is going on online as opposed to what is going on in the physical. If you spend at least 3 hours on your phone every day, and I mean, I'm being generous here, I'm being generous, but you spend at least 3 hours on your phone every day, let's have a conversation. Just drop hi, hi, hi. Me. If you spend at least 3 hours on your phone every day, at least out of those 3 hours, you spend two of them on social media. Just drop I, me. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation, people. Let me know that we are talking. If you spend at least 3 hours on your phone on social media every day, just drop it. Me, I. Okay, Victor says I. All right, I see someone on YouTube saying I. All right, so if you spend 3 hours, at least 3 hours on social media every single day, I want you to drop a comment. 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 Let's make this class interactive. We are going somewhere. We're driving somewhere. I don't like this spirit. I think everyone is too cold tonight. Everyone is too cold tonight. If you spend at least 3 hours on social media, I need at least two more persons to comment. Two more persons to comment. If you spend at least 3 hours on social media every single day, just drop hi or me. Just drop hi or me. All right, I'm not seeing any chats. I need one more person. Okay, Funke on YouTube says hi. All right, amazing. So you would realize that people have started to shift from what we currently had back then, to social media, and that has become the new rave. Now, when we talk about artificial intelligence, when we talk about AI has come and it has started to change the way we do things. It has started to change the way people adopt marketing. I'm talking about marketing now. It has started to change the way people adopt marketing, and I will break this down into four levels. Four levels of marketing. Four levels of marketing with artificial intelligence. If I were you, I would write this down now. So you would realize that for many business owners now, they are starting to see a bit of decline. A bit of decline. As a business owner or a social media ads manager or something, you will start to see that the same way you used to do marketing before, and you used to get lots of attention, you used to get lots of people reach out to you, maybe help me advertise my business, you will start to see that there has become a drastic reduction in some of those things. For some persons, maybe the high profile clients that they used to manage before are no longer relying on them. Why? It's because of the advent of social media. Now, I'm going to be talking about four levels in which you can use AI for marketing. Four levels of AI for marketing. And those currently on level 3 and level 4 are those that are the true MVPs. Those are the people that truly know how to use artificial intelligence for their day-to-day. Level number 1. Level number 1 is content creation. Level number 1 is content creation. So basically, when we talk about content creation, we talk about the big idea. We talk about the big idea. What everybody is doing, what everybody is talking about. This is the foundation of every single thing that we do. This is the foundation of every single thing that we do. It's the foundation of everything that we do as business owners. As a business owner, if you're not creating content, then there's something wrong with your business. Of course, every business owner is definitely creating content. You are putting content online, which is very basic. It's one of the things that we emphasize on. The learning of how you can create content online. And there are different kinds of tools like this. There are different kinds of content you can create. There are different kinds of tools you can do. There are different kinds of things you can start to do with artificial intelligence as a content creator or as someone creating content, marketing content for your business. Say, for example, you want to create design content, you want to create graphic content. Many a times, if it was in the past, you spend tons and tons of money in hiring a designer, in hiring someone who is able to help you to constantly do your designs and several things like that. But nowadays, you will start to see that there's been a slight reduction in that. People need to be more consistent online. And how can you be consistent? You need to start to leverage artificial intelligence for content creation. You will start to leverage artificial intelligence for content creation. Also, you will start to see in areas of designers, in areas of, videographers, for example. Persons creating video content. You start to see lots of AI contents online. Businesses are not starting to tilt towards using AI to create marketing content. Apologies, I don't know what's going on with electricity. People are starting to adopt the use of AI to create video content. You start to see different kinds of AI content, AI video content that they use online. This is just the foundation. For many persons now, you want to do planning, you want to do marketing planning, you want to plan your social media posts, you want to plan marketing for the next 1 month, for the next 3 months. It's as easy as you going on AI, preparing a marketing calendar for yourself, preparing a marketing sheet. Many a times, we are no longer stuck in, what's going on? We're no longer stuck at the level of how do we go about it, or what exactly do we do, or different things like that. We're no longer stuck at that level. We're now at the level of how can we get better as a business person. There's a lot of AI tools out there. That can help you with designs, that can help you with video creations, that can help you with all those foundational things. Talking about captions, talking about creating captions, creating blog posts, creating emails. A bunch of these things is as easy as going online. I want you to design a content calendar based on XYZ. These are some of the things that we try to emphasize on in the AI Growth Masterclass. We try to emphasize on some of these things, on how you should, as a business owner, start to create content by yourself. Because at this age and time, if you are not able to start creating content by yourself, then there's a huge problem. There's a huge problem. So we start talking about the foundational level. Creating content, creating video content, blog posts, and several things like that. You can carry just one idea, one singular idea, and you can transform it into different kinds of things. Nowadays, I don't need to think as far. I just have the idea of a post. Say, for example, I think one of the lessons I was teaching a couple of weeks ago in the community, I was talking about how you can carry a simple idea and you can transform it into a marketing content. Say, for example, you want to advertise your product, you want to launch a product, and you want lots of design, you want storytelling, you want visuals, you want all of those kinds of things. But as a business owner, you're not getting what exactly it is you want. You can easily start to use AI to transform your ideas into meaningful content. There are several of these tools out there. There are several things right there. The key answer I see is to see or to understand how to use AI. How to use AI for each of these singular purposes. I used to tell people that if you want to learn AI, you must understand the problem statement. What is the problem statement for what you are trying to do? It's very important. You have zero excuse for inconsistency. You have zero excuse for saying that, oh, my business does not have enough content, or I've stopped posting at one time, or I've stopped posting at another time, or maybe I don't know how to get content, or contents are expensive, designs are expensive. You have no more excuses. You have no more excuses. You can start to create all of these things, and in 20 minutes, you have a week worth of content. You have a week worth of content. This is one of the easiest and the basic things that people do with AI. Now, there are different levels to these things. Of course, I won't be teaching that in this class, but I want you to realize that there are different levels to these things. I see some people sometimes who just create a natural content or just go on ChatGPT, create a flyer for XYZ for me. You don't even understand the kinds of tools that you should be using for design or the kinds of tools that you're using for image enhancements. You don't know the kind of tools that you're using for animations and everything. Like just go online or believe that any AI can do anything for you. I think you should start to realize what kinds of AI agents works for different purposes. I'm moving to the level 2, which I tagged the system. Level 1 is the foundation, which is the foundation that every one of this code, I believe you should have. Now, the level 2 is now called the system. This is where many people fail. This is where many business owners are failing. Now, I want you to listen closely. The system is not about you working more or working harder. You see, one of the biggest advantages of artificial intelligence is that it doesn't make you work harder. It makes you work more smartly and even more intelligently. You don't need to do so much or get involved so much. Let me give an example. There was someone I met a couple of weeks ago, I think a couple of months ago, and one of the biggest problems they had in their business was that they were doing so much. They were doing so much in volume. They were running so much ads. They were running massive ads, spending lots of money on Facebook ads, on Instagram ads, and they weren't getting the results that they wanted. Not just that. Sometimes too, they will get conversations, they will get engagements, but there's no follow-up for those engagements. Sometimes, even if there's follow-up for those engagements, the person follow-up sometimes is tired or has closed for the day and is not able to respond to the chat any longer. Does this resonate some of the things that we do? You are a business owner here, and most of the time, the conversations that your customer brings are usually outside of business hours. And as a business owner, sometimes you would have been tired and exhausted such that you can't respond to messages anymore. You can't respond to any messages anymore. Or you are so tired for that day, or you have gone on vacation. We are starting to see people build systems around how to do it. Something I did recently for one of those businesses, which I was just describing earlier, was that we had to start to introduce AI systems. We had to start to introduce AI systems, different AI systems that can help you to build around what your business is doing. It builds around your marketing and sales. It's able to be there even when your business is not available. So it's always there even when your business is offline. When your employees have closed for the day, you have something in place already. You have a structure in place that is already working for you. This is some of the things that you can gradually start to build with artificial intelligence. You can start to build some of these things with artificial intelligence. You can create schedules, automate all of these things, create automations for your businesses. Say, for example, you have a product line that you are running, and this product line requires that you are always present. You are present 100%. But most of the time, you are not available, or the conversations are too much. I had a request from a client a couple of days ago, and she was like, she is having so much conversations, and she also has another business that she's running. She's the only one. So it's very difficult for her to run her business as well as run another business on the side. It was very difficult, which I 100% agreed with her. You see, one of the simple solutions that we advised for her to put in place was, why don't you have an AI automation system in place? That is the system. You are able to create your content calendar, and you have something in place that is helping you to post those content calendars. You have something that is not working and you're able to build something in place, it now becomes like an employee. Your AI becomes an employee that is able to do the job for you whether you are present or you're not present. Many a times, some persons are worried about losing authenticity. You're worried that your brand might not be getting enough authenticity. Sometimes it's creative fatigue. Sometimes your contents are repetitive and you've just been finding out how to do it. We had a request from a client, my partner and I, we had a request from a client about 2 weeks ago. And this was is a main gadget store in Lagos, Nigeria, particularly in Ikeja, for those that know Ikeja Computer Village. So he has this really fancy and advanced store. He has customers like Modu and several other influencers. He had several customers like that. But you see, the problem with him was that he started to realize that the ads that he was running was not generating as much for him anymore. It was not doing as much as he expected. He started to see that some of the conversations that he was getting was going down, but he did not know how to analyze some of these things. He had gotten several people to help him to analyze his business, but all to fruition. And with AI, we were able to build systems in place that was able to help him to do all of these things seamlessly. AI was able to help him do all of these things seamlessly, advised him on what to do, guide him step by step, step by step, step by step, and he taught him all of these processes step by step. This is why it's important to build AI systems in place for your business. If you want to learn how to build AI systems, I have a handbook in place that we talk about different contents, how you can automate your AI, how you can automate AI for your contents, how you can automate different things, how you can do several things like that. I have an handbook for that. I will be sharing after this class. Now, by the way, you realize that eventually when this guy was able to see the turnaround in his business, he started to see major changes, major shifts in his business. So these are some of the things that I will start to show us even towards the end of this webinar. Number 3 is the engine. I call it the engine. That's the level 3. I've talked about level 1, the foundation. This is the basic level that everybody is on. Whether you are creating content, whether it's image content, video content, and several things like that. But the problem is that many business owners remain on level 1. Many business owners remain on level 1 and they don't go further. The level 2 is what I call the system. This is when you start to put systems in place for your business. You start to put systems in place for your business. Systems in place, AI systems in place at the middle of marketing. I wanted to share this example. We built a tool, my partner and I, we built a tool, Assistly. Assistly is a tool that helps you to communicate with your customers whether you are online or you are not online. There are business owners that spend hundreds of thousands or millions on running ads every single time, every single month. You have a large budget on ads. But the truth is that you don't know how to get the most out of your ads. Or say, for example, you are getting so much engagement and you are not seeing as much results from your engagement. We built a tool that is able to help you narrow down one of the conversations. 24/7, the AI is able to respond to your conversations. When your customer asks this, he already knows what to respond. When your customer asks that, he already knows what to respond. These tools only used to be available for enterprise level businesses before, because they used to be expensive to build. But with artificial intelligence, you are able to build a tool like this and give it out for almost free. I kid you not. But this used to be enterprise level tools that business owners or enterprise level companies will build and will spend millions and millions of dollars in managing. These are some of the things that you are starting to do with AI. You start to see people build businesses overnight, and in just 3 months they've hit valuation of $1 million, valuation of $5 million. And I've seen these things occur again and again and again. You just have to read the news. I see that Augustine has his hands raised. Augustine, if you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat session so that we won't stop the class, but we'll come back to your question after the class, after this teaching is over. We'll come back to your question after the teaching is over. All right, so you see people spending millions and millions on advertisement, but get very little result. I gave you the example of the clients we are currently working with that facilitates influencers or musicians like Odumodu. But even someone like him is still struggling. So I'm talking about level 3 now. Level 3 says the engine. The engine. How can you make money while you sleep? How can your business keep operations while you sleep? We've started to see one-man businesses, two-man businesses. You don't have to have a large team. I recently heard that the Telegram thing, the people that built Telegram, the software that we are using, Telegram, they only have 30 staffs. 30 staffs. 30 staffs. I've started to see many businesses reduce the rate of their employees. Square, a couple of months ago in February, they sacked 40% of their employees, replacing them with artificial intelligence. Google is planning to do it. Apple is planning to do it. All of these other companies are planning to do it. How come we small business owners are no longer doing it? How come the small business owners are not taking advantages of these things? You must learn to skip the manual process of doing things. Your competition is no longer doing things manually. Your competitions are following up with it automatically using AI. Your competitions are solving customer problems faster using artificial intelligence. But we still want to remain on the same level and we expect our business to scale. We are no longer competing with paper and pen. We're no longer competing human to human. It's now AI, computer to human. And trust me, AI knows better. It is smarter and is able to do the job even faster and cheaper for many people. Many a times you want to start a business and you require to raise millions of your currency, millions of dollars or whatever currency. You need to raise millions of those currencies in funds, in capital before you can start your business. But now with artificial intelligence, you don't need up to millions. You can easily start to create AI agents. You can create products with AI. I've seen these things happen. I once attended a webinar. How many of us know Dan Mattel? If you know Dan Mattel, you can drop I know Dan Mattel in the comment section. Dan Mattel is an American billionaire. He owns several AI companies. In fact, he opens one AI company every month. What did this guy do? This guy went to go and teach teenagers from the ages of 14 to 18, how you can start a business at your intelligence. You create your product, you market your product, create a website, everything using artificial intelligence. And in 1 week, you have launched your business and your business is live. Your business is making money. This is how Damantel is able to create at least one AI company every single month, which is shocking. But then, we business owners are still struggling with our day-to-day. We are still struggling with manual processes where you can start to use AI to improve your marketing. I've talked about several things now. AI for content creation. AI at the center of your systems, your business systems. AI now as the means of engine, as the engine that runs your business, that facilitates what your business does rather. We have AI chatbots now that can help you to qualify leads, hundreds of leads. You don't need to start spending time messaging people or spending time calling customers. AI can help you call the customer, sound like it is you that is talking. We have tools like that developed, and these are some of the things that we try to do at CAA. We start to help you to build systems that are customized for your business needs. Say for example, there was someone that was making an inquiry, I think last year or thereabouts. They wanted to have a tool that can help them to call their customers, follow up on their customers. So the kind of business that they had, I won't disclose as much, but the kind of business that they had was a business that they need to call their customers. But they wanted it to be as realistic as possible. As realistic as possible. What did they do? What they did, I'll divide into two for you and I'll explain to you. The first thing that they did was that they were able to qualify who their customers were and create a profile for their customers. They have a profile for each of their customers. Now, they now fed this data to AI and told AI, using this particular data, I want you to manage these leads or manage these customers or manage these contacts. So periodically, at least once every week, AI calls the customer. And it's so realistic that you think you are talking to somebody over the phone. You don't know you are talking to AI. It is at the point where you want to close a deal before you realize that it's AI you have been talking to. This is how people build engines using AI. And these things, you usually spend millions and millions of dollars in creating some of these things before. But AI has made it very, very cheap and affordable. Very cheap and affordable. That you can launch your business in a matter of months. You don't need to spend months and months creating products. You don't need to spend months and months trying to figure out how you want to go to market. AI is now your strategic planner. AI is your business planner. Can basically take over every single aspect of your business, doing all of those things for you. These are some of the means by which people leverage the use of artificial intelligence. You can make 1,000 customers feel like you wrote to each person personally. Sometimes, I don't want to share this, but sometimes some of the leads I reach out to, we created. I remember I mentioned Assistly. We created Assistly in January, and we started launching it for businesses. Now, when we started launching it for businesses, one of the funniest feedback I got was that many people who were conversing so earnestly with the AI did not know that they were conversing with AI. You see, they would give information so detailed, and AI will respond to them as detailed as possible. Every single engagement, AI responds to them. Now, it's not just that. After responding to each and every message of your customer, it now helps you to follow up on those customers. Say, for example, your customer has not responded in the past 24 hours, message him. Your customer has not made payment, message him. Your customer has made part payments, he has not balanced the rest of the payments, message him. Your customer has been cold for a while, he has bought from you last month, but we want to remind him of a new product that we have or a new offer that we have, message him. All of those things are being automated by AI. You just need to give AI the clear instructions of what to do. And as simple as that, he's able to execute some of these things. Many of us still spend lots of money on this manual process, and we are not treating our customers right, we're not treating our businesses right. Trust me, the way we do business will start to change gradually. It will start to transform into something new. Like I said, very few people have gotten to this level yet. Very few people have gotten to this level of using artificial intelligence. Now, the final level, I will try to start to bring my teaching to a close here. The final level is how you can use AI as your presence, AI as your business presence. Now, in marketing, it's important that you are constantly reaching out to people. People are becoming aware of your business. We all know that the awareness of your business is done by social media, of course. Now, it has come to the level where we can now start to combine social media and artificial intelligence, which is one of the things I try to emphasize on the most. That as a business owner, if you don't have a social media presence, you are deceiving yourself. AI and social media are now going hand in hand, hand in hand. How many of us know Meta AI? Meta AI is currently now operating in ads, in Meta ads, so that it's able to give you recommendation for your ads, it's able to give you analysis and several things like that. Different kinds of spaces, you start to see Meta world, several things that are constantly starting to build. If you are not on social media, you are doing yourself more harm than good. We can't even start talking about what AI can do for you if your business is not in the bare minimum of being on social media. Now, AI can now help you to grow on the social media your business is on. Now, I was talking about the final level, which is the presence, which is what many business owners still don't realize it yet, but it's very important. This is how AI can help you to become ever present. You see, we are getting to an age whereby in a couple of years, AI will start to perform all the actions. AI will start to represent people. Let me take that again. AI will start to represent people in making decisions. You say you have a business and maybe you are speaking to somebody one on one. You will start to see that AI will start to be the one conversing or determining if you should buy from this person or you should not buy from this person. So if your business is not ready, if your business is not positioned well, it will just start to jump you and pass. I started to read about how that people are starting to create AI agents that can help them to buy from their suppliers. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. They want AI to help them to make the decision. So you can see that AI is now becoming a decision-making tool, such that the business owner can now sit down where he is, and AI is making decisions for that business owner. So AI will now become the decision-making tool that will help them to determine, should I buy from this person? Is this person worthwhile? Is this product valuable? Let me give you an example. Even me, I do it. Sometimes I want to buy something on Jumia, for those that are familiar with Jumia, or I want to buy it on an e-commerce store. I first go to AI and I ask AI, I want you to review all of this particular e-commerce website. I want to buy so and so products from their website, but I don't know which one is the best for me to buy. So I want you to pick the top 3 for me. So instead of me wasting time surfing through your website, I will just give AI to help me make decision. Now, if you don't position yourself for AI to buy from your business, then there's something wrong with you. So I will be gradually bringing it to a close tonight. But really, I started to realize that these subjects are even vague to many people. Many persons don't even understand what we're talking about. Many persons are even lost. If you are lost, you can type it in the comment section that you are lost. But really, if you start to position yourself properly for artificial intelligence, then you start to take the maximum advantage for it. I don't want you to be like many other persons who they heard Say for example, back in the days when people heard about cryptocurrency, when they heard about Bitcoin in 2009, many persons felt that, oh, this is one of those online gigs or one of those online scams and several things like that. Many persons did not take advantage. Then there was social media. Many persons did not take advantage. Now there is artificial intelligence. And this is one of the critical goals why we are preaching all of these things. One of the critical goals that the AI growth community is that we want to help you position your business rightly for the advent of artificial intelligence. We would help you side by side, holding your hand, trying to help you to position your business rightly for artificial intelligence. If you've learned something tonight, type I learned, I learned, I learned. I want my accolades tonight. If you've learned something tonight, type I learned, I learned, I learned. If you've learned anything tonight, if you've picked at least one thing tonight, type in there I learned, I learned, I learned. Type I learned, I learned, I learned. If you've learned something tonight, type in I've learned, I learned, I learned. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Google Meet, just type in I learned, I learned, I learned. Amazing, 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 amazing. If you've learned anything tonight, type in I learned, I learned, I learned. Come on guys, come on guys, come on guys. Let's make this class interactive. Let's make this class interactive. I still have some more. I think I still have some more surprises or some more things I want to share in this class. But if you've learned something so far from what we've been discussing, type in I learned, I learned, I learned. I know this is a 1 hour webinar and there is just so much I would have talked about. But really, there is very little that we can do. If you've learned something, type in I've learned, I've learned, I've learned. Amazing. Victor says I learned a lot. Amazing. I'm glad. Augustine says I learned, I've learned, I've learned. Amazing. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. Amazing. I learned a lot. Amazing. 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 I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. All right. Although this is a 1 hour webinar, but I'll try as much as possible. The class has not ended. I'll try as much as possible to still pass some more information before the class ends. So you see, one of the important things that we try to do. Now I've talked about the possibilities. I've talked about what you can do with artificial intelligence. I've talked about what businesses are doing with artificial intelligence. I've talked about some of the things that you can take advantage of as a business owner. But the truth is that many persons are still confused. Many persons are still even in level 1. Many persons are still in level 1. They are still in the level of content creation. They don't even know how to do anything about content creation. They don't know how to become consistent. If you are a business owner here and consistency is one of your biggest issues, no. I'm not trying to put anyone down, but if consistency is one of your biggest issues as a business owner, just type me. Just type me in the comment section. If consistency is one of your biggest problems as a business owner and you're looking for how to correct that, just type me. If as a business owner, maybe marketing or getting visibility is one of your biggest concerns, just type me. Just type me. If content creation is your biggest concern, type me. So if consistency is your biggest problem, type me. If how to market is your biggest problem, type me. If content creation is your biggest problem, type me. If you're a business owner and you are just struggling, you're the kind of business owner that just goes around, post on your WhatsApp status, tell people I'm selling this, I'm selling this, I'm selling that, just type me. I want to bring it to amazing. I'm seeing lots of comments now. If you are also still in that shoes, just type me. If consistency is your problem, if you are looking out for how to become more consistent using artificial intelligence, if you are looking how to become more vocal as a brand or how to present yourself more, just type me. If for you as a business owner, maybe consistency is not your problem, maybe you don't have consistency problem, but one of your problems is that you are finding it difficult to manage the contacts you are getting, or you are not able to reach enough contacts, you are not able to get, your marketing is not converting, your organic post is not converting, your social media post is not converting, your ads is not converting, and none of these things are problems for you, just type me. Okay, amazing. All right, so this is one of the, let me see, I think we have, okay, so this is one of the biggest problems that we identified that many businesses are suffering from. This is one of the biggest problems that many business owners are suffering from. Many business owners have consistency issues. Many business owners don't know how to follow up with their customer. Many business owners need systems, need to put systems in place. Many business owners are busy. You are busy, but you want something to be working on the side for you. And this is one of the biggest things that you can start to leverage AI with. This is one of the biggest things that you can start to leverage AI with for your business. Say, for example, I was talking to someone a couple of days ago, and I think after the level of content creation, I think what we now needed to start to determine was, okay, how can I semi-automate my processes? I have my content, I have all of those things. How can I start to continue conversations with some of these customers? These are some of the things that we try to target in the AI community. So, like I said, it's a handheld community where each of your problems, we try to find solution to it. As long as it's within the confines of AI technology and software, AI technology and social media rather, we try to find solutions to your problems. We have social media experts, we have AI experts, we have other persons, other partners, other than myself. We have social media, we have an excellent social media guru. And all of these things, we don't determine on it. We try to leverage AI and teach you how you can use AI to leverage on these things. Now, we understand that in the advent of AI, this transformation cannot just happen overnight. Many of the people you find out there, they just teach you stuff. They teach you stuff and they leave you alone. But we try to avoid that. We try to have like a form of handholding. A form of handholding. And we make sure that this thing is extended for at least 6 months. At least 6 months. So it's subscription based. It's at least 6 months. So we ensure that we hold your hand. So if you need support with, say, your social media, you want to use AI to do better with your business, you want to use, and you've been learning lots of things online, but you can't really implement some of these things. Okay, Oscar Williams says, unable to convert clients in my social media. It's one of the problems I've also seen many people do. But we can start to strategize and do several things. These are some of the things that we do in the AI growth community. Like I was telling you guys, just last week, we had a conversation. This is one of the most surprising clients ever. I said that this guy, he has served clients like Odumodu and several other influencers like that. But then they got to a point where his business is no longer able to keep up. He's not able to convert clients. He's getting lots of traffic, but he does not know where to start from, what to do. We were able to come together. We had several one-on-one sessions, and this is one of the beauty of this. As a business owner, you don't have to go too far. You can just come. We have a sit down. What exactly is going on with your social media? What exactly is going on with your business? What exactly is going on with your marketing? How can we start to manage some of these things? How can we start to convert some of these things? And eventually you start to see transformation in the way you used to do things before and how you do things now. And trust me, by the time you'll be done with that 6-month community, that 6 months subscription, you would be so transformed such that you start to build AI at the center of your business. You start to realize that some of the things that you used to spend hours doing, some of the things that you used to spend so much hard work doing, you start to realize that these things can become so easy. You don't have to do so much work. You don't have to do so much work. You don't have to be creative. You don't have to be all intelligent. You can use AI to do all of these things. And AI is able to help you to do and manage all of these things. I've seen, as part of our community, our community, one of our partners has a particular student that she was taking, and in just 1 week, I kid you not, these students were able to build AI systems, AI products. Although for some of these things they're a bit technical, but they're able to build AI products from the scratch, and she started selling the products as an AI product, which is massive. So some of these things are things that we start to do in the AI community. Now, when I start to list out some of these things to you, it will look like as if, this is something big. I mean, 6 months. This will cost a lot. I know some persons have been asking throughout the course of the webinar, throughout the course of the planning for the webinar, that, how can I get access to this thing? What exactly does it cost? Different things like that. Many persons have been asking all kinds of questions. But like I promised, there's going to be a massive discount for this webinar, for those that attended this webinar, and it's just going to be available for a very short period of time. Now, usually the cost is around, because we have to manage the cost. After reviewing the cost again and again, we have to manage the cost. The cost is around 50,000 actually. The cost is around 50,000 Nigerian naira for the 6 months training, but we are going to be reducing it to 20,000 naira. That's about $14.07. So you get to pay just 20,000 naira, and you have access to the community, you have access to handholding, you have access to all of these things I've described, all of these partners at your beck and call. And this is almost free. This is almost free because we are kicking ourselves in the leg. And you have access to these things for 6 months. You have access to all of these transformations, all of these handholdings, all of these buildings for the next 6 months. So if it's something you think you can take advantage of, maybe you want to transform the way your business works, you want to start to gradually adopt artificial intelligence for your business, with just 20,000 naira, with just 20,000 naira instead of 50,000, you can start to have access to some of these things. And if you are interested in learning how this thing works, or you want to register, or you want to even sign up tonight and be a part of the discount, you can take advantage this night. If you are interested, just request for the link in the comment section, and the admin will drop the link, or I will try and drop the link. If you are interested in taking advantage of this tonight, just request the link in the comment section and we'll drop the link. Or you can request the link from the admin that reached out to you originally, and you get the link. You get the link. So we have access to all of these things, and we've had several testimonies. Trust me, we've had several testimonies throughout the course of this training. In fact, I have someone here who I asked to join the call just for the sake of testifying to how much transformation he has gotten from this community. In fact, he's still currently in this community. He's still currently in the community, but so much transformation that he had gotten. I don't know if Mr. Victor is there. Are you able to unmute? Mr. Victor, are you able to unmute? All right, if you can unmute, just tell us a bit in just 1 minute. Tell us how much you've learned, how much transformation you've gotten, and just keep it short. Just keep it short. I think our time is almost gone.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, sir. Thank you so much for this privilege. Actually, it has really been a big thing for me to have access to AI particularly in what I do, because I'm a social media manager, and actually AI innovation have really upscaled what I do. Actually, of recent, one of the advantages that I've been partaking in AI innovation is that of recent Meta does this, and which really enhance our performance by introducing Meta AI to the Meta platforms, and it is more comfortable for me to analyze and generating reports, and even having access to recommendations that can enhance my ads campaign. And I even glad when you mentioned it the other time also. And even to the advancement of coming to content creation, it has really changed my perspective on how productive I could be in the day. Whereby before I will need to reach out to my designer, I will need to reach out to my videographer, do this, do that for me. But with the help of AI, it's getting better nowadays. Thank you, sir.
Amazing, 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 amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Although I have someone else here, but I don't know if she would be able to speak now. No, I don't think she would. I didn't hear from her head. But in any case, one of the biggest lessons, really, one of the biggest takeaways for us is that we want to ensure that there is so much transformation for your personal growth and for your business. The adoption of artificial intelligence should be something that you should key into very early, very, very early. And gradually you start to see some of these transformations for your business. And someone like Sir Victor that gave the example just now, I mean, I've been so involved in some of the conversations he has, and sometimes he comes to meet me and he's like, "Oh, this is an amazing thing I just discovered. This is an amazing thing I think I can use this artificial intelligence to do. This is something that I think it does, and it's really transforming the way I'm doing stuff." And I mean, you can hear it from him himself. So some of the things that you do really with AI, really, it's about how much value you can get. It's about how much of your problems that you can solve. So really, I don't know if you are interested in taking advantage of that opportunity tonight, but trust me, it's not going to be available for so long. So if it's something you are interested in, I want you to reach out to the admin that messaged you with the link for this webinar. Just drop a message for that admin. Or if you're interested in taking advantage now, you want it now, because these discounts won't be open for so long. It won't be open for so long. We're just looking for about 10 people Once 15 people is, 15 people is occupied, and I think that's it. I have a lot of other persons who had also signed up, so some of those 10 spots are gradually already filling. So if you want to take advantage tonight, just 10 people. I think I don't want to keep it at 15. Just 10 people, and that's it. So this is one of the things that you can start take advantage of very early for your business. Like I said, there's quite a lot that you can talk about, but if you have a community where it's focused towards helping you to build your business, grow your business, advance your business, and help you to carry your business to better heights, I think it's very important that you take advantage. All right. So please, we missed out on the discount. So I said that the original price is actually 50,000, but we have to discount it back to 20,000, just 20,000 naira, and you get access to the 6 months. You get 6 month access to the community. So with just 20,000 naira, you get access to the community. So if you're interested in taking advantage, it won't be open for so long. I'm thinking maybe three days at most. If we're going to extend, we're going to let us know, but 3 days at most. So that is it for now. That is it for now. Although if you're also a business owner and you feel that you're not interested in a you're not interested in a community, you want something maybe once, you want a one-time thing. We've had several other persons reach out for these certain purposes. Maybe, for example, you're a business owner. You want to build a structure around your business. You want to build something, and maybe you need a form of advice or consulting around how you can build some of these things. You can also reach out to that contact. You can also reach out to that contact and take advantage of it tonight. So for those that want to join the link tonight, I will drop the link in the comment section. You can get your ticket on Seller. You can get your ticket on Seller, and I will see you on the growth community. Thank you so much, everyone. I think tonight has been really productive for me. Tonight has been really productive for me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for making time for tonight's class. For those of us that are in the AI growth community, we would meet on our live class. I think one of the next sessions we want to take is the automation, yes, semi-automation for your social media marketing. And I promise we're going to have that class in our next live class. So for those of us on the community, see you on the next live class. So I think some of them have dropped off. And for the rest of us, hopefully see you on the community coming May. So I look forward to seeing you guys more. Thank you so much for your time, and do have a good evening. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye for now.